latest on Hurricane Dorian, which is progressing towards the northwest at this time. Our estimate, winds of 90 miles per hour and a pressure of 986 at the moment. Gradual intensification has been occurring today, and it could ramp up further overnight tonight into tomorrow. The CDPS looks at Palm Bay, Florida for September the 2nd as a possible landfall location at this point. The landfall location estimate is flipping around a bit, so I wouldn't read too much into that, but wherever it does land, it will probably be a stage 6 catastrophic. Here's its current position right now with its wind field displayed on the screen. 22.2 degrees north, 67.4 degrees west as of 3 p.m. Eastern Time this August 29th. It's 244 miles from Coburn Town on the Turks and Caicos Islands, 659 miles from the Bahamas capital Nassau, 765 from Freeport, 845 from Miami, and 974 from Orlando. No warnings are in effect at this time. There's the Bahamas. The storm is well off to the east of them at the moment. It's going to move north-ish and then curve round and then swing off towards the west, where it will probably make landfall in Florida. Here is the track displayed quite clearly there with that rainfall. The pink areas denote anywhere that will likely get over 3 inches of rain. And overland, when the storm reaches Florida, we are getting more concerned about those rainfall totals, which could reach 20 inches for parts of eastern Florida along the coast there. Not sure exactly where just yet, but at the minute we're looking towards maybe the central part of the state. Sea surface temperatures are very warm, 28, maybe even 29 degrees Celsius where the storm is right now, and that's going to remain the case all the way up until landfall. Looking at the wind profile here on the forecast, you can see how small a system is in terms of its wind field. The yellow areas showing hurricane force winds, and if you see any oranges, that would be major hurricane force winds. As you can see, clipping the northernmost islands of the Bahamas and then moving inland in Florida, somewhere south of Cape Canaveral. But that is just one model, that's the GFS. Other models disagree or take it further south, some of them further north. Although most models, pretty much all of them now, are predicting an actual landfall. Chances of tropical storm force winds now look like this: 96% at Treasure Key, 92 at Freeport, 88 at Jupiter, Florida, 85 at Port St. Lucie, and 84 in Melbourne. Here is what the models are saying, all of them projected here. The HMON really going to town today, borderline category 5. But the general consensus really is for low-end category 4, if such a thing exists. That's what the National Hurricane Center is predicting. That would be winds of 130 miles per hour upon landfall. And that's what the National Hurricane Center are predicting in their forecast. Sea surface temperatures will remain warm, relative humidity will increase as well. So overall conditions for the storm are getting better over time. Here is the latest imagery from GOES 16 floaters, and you can see how the storm has been developing in the last 6 hours or so. The eye has been coming in and out at the moment. It has had concentric eye walls, which means that the storm has had a little bit more trouble intensifying. The innermost eye wall may well collapse very soon, meaning that or maybe already has done, and when that does happen, this storm could really kick on and intensify some more. Recon planes will be investigating, I'm sure, throughout the evening today as the storm continues on its northwestward heading at this time. More convection blowing up there as well in that imagery. Not a huge amount, it must be said, but I think we will start to see more of that building in the next 24 hours. So really watch this space, and those along the coast of Florida and the northernmost Bahamas should be preparing for this storm. It's around 3 days away. You can follow Force 13's outlets, the website force13.com. You can also find our YouTube channel. If you're not there already, you may well be. Good chance of that. Subscribe if you haven't. You can also find our Facebook page, search Force 13 all in text, and our Twitter handle, it's @Force13 on there. You can also help the project become even better by becoming a patron. You can see more information about all the benefits involved by visiting patreon.com/Force13. With a special thanks to these people for being our most valued patrons this month: You can also check out our growing merch store so you can show Force 13's colours wherever you go. You can also find a link to our Discord server underneath this video in the description.